to go yet. But I mean, obviously, Peter's coming back. I think that's a 1 in 100 tournament for him. I really do. I think, and it just happens. Sometimes those things happen. But the big thing with any competitor, any true competitor, is how do they recoup from that? Do they stay down here? Or are they able to build themselves back up? And it's not easy. I think anybody that's been around the sport long enough, and you see how devastated guys are after tournaments. I mean, you guys have seen their faces. I mean, it's totally crushed. That's not something that you get over in days. Sometimes weeks, sometimes months, but you got to use it in the right way. And I feel like he's used it in the right way. I'm looking forward to that. And I think a guy like him, and then you get a guy like Albert to follow. That really gets momentum going. That really gets momentum because you got certain guys competing, and then Yauka, Hodges, and Kothi, you start putting multiple guys in there that could be the guy that, I don't know, we'll see if there's separation. I want one guy to separate, or I want each guy just to keep raising each other's level. Jensen's actually moving down to 49. He's one of the most disciplined kids, if not the most disciplined kid I've ever been around. We talked to him last spring about doing it, and he's done it right. And I tell you what, this guy he's done more research. Like, he was teaching me things on how to do things even better. I think I do things right, but man, he's done it to a whole nother level. And there's not many guys that will be diligent enough and have that kind of vision to start in May and something. Usually guys, August will start. He started in May. He started doing it right. He started getting his body down, and I tell you what, he's done it right, and it's going to pay off for him. He had some really big wins last year at 57, and I'm excited to see what he's going to do at 49. He's done a great job of doing it right, and he could be one of those guys where that guy come from. Where'd that guy come from? Where's it? I kind of remember this guy, but all of a sudden, he starts opening some eyes. I know he's capable of that. 57, Witt and Bryce Steyert, kind of back and forth there. Cooper, you got a couple freshmen with Payton to 57. I got to think for a second. Isaiah Patton at 65, but I don't see a guy like that coming out yet, especially when I have Berger and Cooper. 74. Drew Foster, and Kyle Lux. A guy like Kyle Lux tell you what, he's put a lot of time. He's put a lot of time into the program. He's done things right, and he hasn't done things right for a short time. He's done things right for years and years and years. This is going on his 5th year, and he's really looking forward to this opportunity, and he's looked good in the room. But you got some young, hungry guys that don't want to just give that spot up. You got a Hochschlag, and you got a guy like Lujan, who pretty fun to watch. pretty good competitors, but a guy like Lux is, I've heard he's one of the strongest guys on the team. I don't know. I might have to grab a hold of him and see, because I don't know if I believe these guys or not. But those type of guys, you get a guy that's been there. It's time for them to step up and shine. Caldwell's had a great summer. I like what I've seen from the focus. I like how he's dealt with some adversity, because you have plenty of adversity in that room. I mean, you do. You have bad practices. You have things that happen, and then you see how a guy recovers. That's really important. It's critical for any competitor, but especially critical for him that he's been able to recover on those things. So I like where he's at. Bartel and Crumweedy at heavyweight, and then Blaze is finishing up, and we did get a transfer. JJ came in from South Dakota State and has done a really good job. He's really mobile for a big guy. It's perfect. He gets a red shirt this year. He hadn't had his red shirt year, so he gets a red shirt this year, and he'll be ready to step in next year. So it's really good for him, good for our program, good for Blaze to have a guy that's 260 pounds that can move well, to have that kind of workout partner. So really the best of both worlds. That really fit well for him and our program. So other than that, if no other questions, I know November 28th is our first home meet. So we certainly would love to have this place packed. Missouri's a good team, and I'm not looking ahead. I mean, don't think I'm looking ahead, but we love being in the West Gym. But my kind of the thing that I've been trying to tell our team is that the West Gym is wherever we want it to be. The West Gym can be out in Albany, New York. The West Gym can be in Madison Square Garden if we want it. If that's where we go in our head, I mean, we can make it that comfortable. We can make it that kind of place, that kind of atmosphere. We got to get there in our head, because we love competing here, and we love what our fans do. You know, been top 10 in attendance the last couple of years, so we appreciate all the fans that come out and all the people that support us, and keep seeing more purple around the state. So where's your purple at, Ryder? Come on, neutral. That's not. I don't like that. I gotta mess with guys. I mean, get some guy. All these coaches got to be so serious, man. We're not always serious all the time. Anything else?